Hello everyone, I'm Astir Kadavar, the spectral librarian of the macabre, and I've been asked to guest host this cryptically creepy craft. Today we're going to make a duct tape belt. What you'll need is a project tape, adhesive tape, or duct tape. In any color, I chose purple, and a pair of scissors. So once you have those two items, we can get started. The first step is making what is called duct tape fabric. And what's really cool about duct tape fabric is its versatility. Not only can you make belts, but you can make bracelets, headbands, and if you connect them large enough, you can even make clothes out of them, wallets, purses, an assortment of things. But today we'll make the duct tape belt. All right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take about 8 to 10 inches of tape. We're going to cut it. Mistakes will be made with duct tape. Just take a breath and keep on going. If you have an entire roll, it might take you that entire roll. I know it sometimes does with me. There's the first strand, which we're going to put to the side for now. And then we're going to get a second strand. We're going to be making at least 3 strands. Sometimes it's difficult to cut through. When that's the case, it is sometimes better to just tear it right off. Once you have your pieces, we're going to put one sticky side up on the table. Then we're going to grab one of the pieces that you've already cut, and we're also going to have it sticky side up. Now this is an important bit. We're going to overlay the pieces. That means we're going to, when we set this piece down, it's going to slightly go above one of the other pieces, about no more than 1/4 of an inch or a few centimeters. All right. And so it goes over just a bit. All right, and don't worry if one piece is slightly longer than the other, because we can always cut off those extra pieces when we're ready. All right. Now we're going to take our third piece. We're going to set it right, we're going to set it adhesive side down right in the middle of those 2 pieces. It's going to go just like this. And the reason we're going to do that is we're going to take the top sticky part and we're going to bend it over so that it bends right over that piece like that. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So then when we do that, we have the fabric piece. All right. Now if you want to make a larger fabric piece, say you're going to be ambitious and try to make a wallet or a purse, you'll want at least 4 or more pieces. So for example, we're going to cut off a few more pieces. Do one more. All right. And instead of putting one piece in the middle, we're also going to stagger those pieces. So we're going to take a piece, adhesive side up, leave it on the table. The next piece is also adhesive side up. That means the sticky side is going to be up. Overlay just 1/4 of an inch or so, if possible. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Also adhesive side up. Again, we want roughly 1/4 Another piece, we're going to also do adhesive side up. So as you can see, they're not all the same size on the edges, but they do form this piece here. When you have it the size that you would like, then you'll cut out more pieces that will go adhesive side down. So the trick with this is we're going to put it directly over as much as possible. Again, if it's not exactly on the edge, we can always cut the edges. So then the first piece will go right over that piece. The next ones will overlap. And this is usually the first thing you're going to do with any of your duct tape items. What's neat about duct tape fabric and duct tape clothing is its versatility and how you can make some really interesting and unique pieces. So now we have our square that we can now cut the edges off. And now we have this nice fabric square. You can even do nice patches of fabric squares to make some interesting items. So that is the first step. The next step is we're going to now make a fabric square that is going to be long, rectangular, and belt shaped. So to do that, we're going to want to cut a nice two to three nice long pieces. I would suggest at least 25 to 30 inches, but we're going to eyeball it, say about that much. The thing with the belts is sometimes just changing a belt or your hairstyle can really transform an outfit. And you can change an old costume that you may have worn last year by adding a belt or even a bandolier into a completely different costume element. So now we're going to have a piece that we're going to put adhesive or sticky side up. All right, I'm going to take another piece, and this one's going to overlap roughly halfway. So about 50% or half of it should, or maybe a little less, give or take, should cover the piece. All right, so I'm going to try to flatten it down ever so slightly. My third piece, I'm going to try to put right in the middle, sticky side or adhesive side down. That way you have that nice color that comes right on top. Now we're going to take those adhesive sides, we're going to try to fold them over. I like to start in the middle and work my way to the edges. Just take your time with this part. Right. And also don't worry if part of it is longer, we will be cutting the edges. This one, I'm going to actually start from one side and work it over. So we have some extra bits at the end. So we're just going to cut them right off. So it's one side done. All right. So once you've folded it over and then cut the edges, you will have the bulk of the belt. Now we're going to worry about how to collapse it. There's two styles that you can use. One is to take a piece of duct tape and just fold it right over. And another is to make loops. Now for the part where you might want to cut right over, you can use a different color duct tape or the same color for a nice seamless look. So that you will just take a piece and we'll make a square. Then one side will go on one edge. When you wrap it around yourself, then it'll collapse around and then you'll stick it together and that makes that type of buckle clasp. But we'll also make the loops. To make the loops, you'll need a couple of inches that we're going to cut out. And this one's going to be slightly different. Now we're going to fold it into thirds. So to take it, we're going to take the top, and we're going to bend it towards the middle, like so. so it's about halfway across. Then we're going to take the other side and fold it over so that it looks like so. Then we're going to put it around, and we're going to take some duct tape to place right there. So by taking a duct tape square, we'll tape it right on, and that creates the buckle that the tape can then slide right through, and that can help secure it. And once secured on, you might even try another piece of tape across to help secure it for when you want to walk around with it. So we will do that. Do try to only secure it though after it is on. To do that, you'll just take a smaller piece of duct tape, and that'll go right over it. And that'll help keep it secure and in place. And that is how you can make a nice duct tape belt. I'm Astir Kadavar, the spectral librarian of the macabre, and this has been Cryptically Creepy Crafts.